Yuki Kawamura defied the odds and made his dreams come true.
Grizzlies have it first to start the fourth. Kawamura.
Thanks to his unbelievable performance in the Olympics and his unique attitude toward struggle. Heart over height. Kawamura is the epitome of hustle. There have only been 2 players in the last 20 years to make it to the NBA court at 5'8" or under. Earl Boykins, who played 13 years in the league, and Marquise Knoll, who only logged 4 minutes of garbage time as a rookie for the Raptors. Safe to say that Yuki has been in an uphill battle ever since he dreamt of playing professional basketball. However, the fact that the 23-year-old Japanese star has a shot at making the Memphis Grizzlies roster speaks volumes of his heart and courage. Ja Morant complimented Kawamura's fearlessness after he took on the challenge to guard Ja full court. Grizzlies head coach couldn't stop raving about Kawamura's heart and hustle. Perhaps the best example of Kawamura's mentality was when the 5'8" point guard led the team in offensive rebounds during their last practice. One reason why he has been so great is because he doesn't take anything for granted. He is locked in every single day to make the most out of his life. Today was just the first day, but some things I did well, others not. It was a really productive day. It's intense, as I expected. Everyone's full of energy. They're not just big, but they all have heart, practicing with so much passion. This is my dream stage. Whether I'm on for 40 minutes or 1, I'll be giving it my 100%. And that captures Yuki's spirit. You can bet that whenever he is on the court, you are getting every ounce of his competitive spirit. That is what separates him and allows him to chase his lofty dreams and make them come true. A lesser player would have given up earlier in their basketball journey. Well, it has been unique from the get-go. Born in Yanai, Yamaguchi, Kawamura idolized Yuki Togashi. Togashi was another basketball player of smaller stature, but despite that, he went on to play professional basketball and represent Japan on the international stage. Kawamura also set these goals for himself. As a high schooler, he started his career under special designated player status with the San N Neo Phoenix in January 2020. While playing for the Neo Phoenix, he played for Fukuoka Daiichi High School and led them back-to-back all-Japanese high school championships. In his first game, Kawamura became the youngest player in B.League history at only 18 years of age. He later also became the youngest player to score in a B.League game. During the offseason, Kawamura moved to Yokohama to join the Yokohama B Corsairs, still under special designation. Enrolling at Tokai University, he left school to go pro at the beginning of the 2022-2023 season. He immediately made an impact, winning the B-League's MVP award. In addition, with the B Corsairs, he won Rookie of the Year and made the Best 5 team. Despite all of these accomplishments, there weren't many NBA teams looking to give Kawamura a shot. But then the Olympics happened and everything changed. International success. Kawamura became an Olympic legend after playing in both the Under-16 Asia Cup and the Under-18 Asia Cup in 2018. Kawamura jumped to the senior team at the Asia Cup 2022 and has become a real leader with the Akatsuki Japan since then. And despite being just 22 years old at the time, he already took the reins of the team and averaged 13.6 points and 7.6 assists per game, and playing under the spotlight of a World Cup in front of the home fans. No one should have been surprised to see Kawamura playing in Paris. He essentially manifested that moment. "I want to challenge the world," he said, back then as just a 16-year-old per the basket count. "My goal is to become a point guard representing Japan and to participate in the Paris Olympics," Kawamura also told FIBA back in March 2022 when he decided to drop out of university to pursue a professional career. Yuki Kawamura never doubted he would be at the 2024 Olympics. That was the goal he openly discussed more than 2 years ago. In the second game of the tournament, Japan narrowly lost to France in overtime. Kawamura scored 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in the effort. His game was electrifying to watch and had the entire world outside of France, of course, rooting for him. To put things into perspective, Kevin Durant and Luol Deng are the only players in Olympic history to have more than 25-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists in a game. Kawamura did all of this while standing only 5'8", and against a monster like Wemby. During the Olympics, he proved that he was quick enough to get by NBA competition. He finally got his big break afterward, and he was ready for the moment. What he did next took the NBA world by storm. Dreams come true. Now, achieving his dream wasn't easy. First of all, he went undrafted in the 2023 NBA draft. However, his performance in Japan's B.League and international competitions got the attention of NBA scouts, leading to his contract with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2024. He signed an Exhibit 10 contract, which allows players to join the team's training camp with the potential for further opportunities. Kawamura is the type of player who understands such opportunities are scarce, and this is why he has been working hard during the preseason, impressing coaches with his on-court intelligence, scoring, and ability to make plays for his teammates. One thing is for sure, he does have the right mentality. Every day is a tryout. I can get cut anytime. Can't let up at all. I have to prove to my teammates and the coaching staff that I can play. I have to look at myself hard in the mirror each and every day and play with conviction. He showcased that same ability in the Grizzlies' first preseason game, getting to the rim often and spraying it out to teammates. He recorded 5 points and 3 assists in his 9-minute debut. And one thing that has to translate is his shooting. Having the ability to hit deep threes would be a game changer. So far, so good. He also showed that he could run an offense. Kawamura might have the best highlight reel package from this year's preseason game. It is full of no-look dimes to bigs like Zach Edey or Memphis shooters standing at the three-point line. His quickness is apparent. Even though he is small, he can still threaten the other team by penetrating into the paint wherever he likes, forcing the defense to react to him, which then allows him to find his bigs or shooters. He looks like the quintessential point guard out there. In the last 2 games, both wins against the Chicago Bulls and the Indiana Pacers, Yuki was the leading assist man for the Grizzlies. He dished out 8 assists versus the Bulls and 7 versus the Pacers. To make things sweeter, Kawamura is in the best possible position. NBA teams usually come into the preseason with at most 1 roster spot open. Due to the sudden retirement of Derrick Rose, the Grizzlies unexpectedly have 2. Scottie Pippen Jr. secured one of those spots. For the other, there are a couple of options. However, thanks to Kawamura's elite play on October 19th, his training camp deal was converted into a 2-way contract. But even before this accomplishment, Kawamura has been a legend off the court. Off the court. Kawamura is big time. The story has been incredibly moving and has initiated a new wave of Japanese basketball fans. You just have to look at his social media to see how big he is. During Grizzlies practices in Nashville last week, multiple media members traveled from Japan to interview Kawamura after each practice. His teammates have even taken it upon themselves to look into the hype. I looked up on his Instagram and he's got about 600,000 followers, so he's pretty famous, Jake LaRavia said. He's pretty well known. He is also an inspiration for others. Yuki gives hope to every kid that has a dream to go play at the highest level. Height is not an obstacle. What matters most is heart, passion, and love for the game, said Tony Ronzone of Wasserman Sports, the agency that represents Kawamura. Per Medium.com data, only 1 out of every 1,111 hoops prospects end up in the NBA, an ultra-slim 0.09% success rate. That rate is even lower for players who are 5'8". And while 2-way contracts don't pay millions, they're not chump change either. According to the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, 2-way contracts for the 2024-2025 season are paid half of the equivalent of the league minimum salary of $1,157,153 for 1 year, which means Yuki will collect $578,576 this upcoming season. Sounds like Kawamura and his significant other, Mikoto Nakamori, will be living the good life.